Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Chantilly Racecourse here on Sunday. It is the 16th of July, 2023. Gonna look at the stakes races on the program from Chantilly, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKit5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and also join me today for my Saratoga Day 4 preview. It's an excellent card there from Saratoga, so I hope you check that out. But there's some good racing here at Chantilly, and this card years ago used to be at the used to be run at Maison Lafitte. But since their closure, they moved it to Chantilly, and you know, a lot of these horses that are going to run today are going to end up in some Group 1s towards the end of the season. So, let's look at these stakes races 3, 5, and 6. The third race, the feature of the program, it's the Group 2 Prix-Robert PAPIN Stakes. It's Group 2 event for Class 1 horses going for a $138,000 purse, race for 2-year-olds here. 5 horses are dashing 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the turf course. I'm going to take the 2 horse His Majesty as a top selection. 2-5-3. In your TriCash trifecta. 2-5-3 TriCash trifecta, top selection 2 horse His Majesty. 2-year-old colt by No Nay Never. Coolmore owns this one. Ain't O'Brien trains. Ryan Moore gets to mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 2nd of July at the Curragh, 6 furlongs in the Group 2 Railway Stakes, and the horse finished 3rd by 5 1/4 lengths that day. They were just going a little bit too slow. He never could get the good turn of foot. He ran okay, but he still needs something more. Coming here to a little bit quicker pace, 5 furlongs or 6 furlongs, where he could settle well towards the stand side, I think he'd get a good trip and win. Prior to that, in the Group 2 Norfolk Stakes over the 5 at the Royal Ascot on the 22nd of June, he finished 4th by 2 1/4 lengths that day. The 3 in front of him, Valiant Force, put on a show that day to win, but this horse, and the other 2 ran terrifically, but this horse, he ran his heart out from a tracking trip. It just wasn't as keen as the other ones there. And the Curragh on the 27th of May, 5 furlongs in the Group 3 Marble Hill Stakes. He finished 3rd by a head. He was an all-out finish. He just missed late, but he ran his heart out there. He's making his 5th start in his short career, but he's really, run these terrific races. Here at 2-1, he could definitely win. It wouldn't surprise me if the 5 horse Ramatuli for Aureline Lemetry and Head get the win. Most recently at Chantilly on the 18th of June in 6 furlongs in the Group 3 Prix de Bois. The horse won by 5 lengths in a 2-1, and this horse put on a show that day. An easy run for this horse there. Prior to that, facing winners in a conditioned race over the 6 at St. Cloud, he finished 2nd by a head that day and was just a little bit lackadaisical, and then broke the maiden quite nicely here at Chantilly over the 5. Has another speedy horse here, has proven that she could run good races locally. I'll use this horse on the ticket. She could definitely win. But to recap my selection for the 3rd from Chantilly, it's the Group 2 Prix-Robert PAPIN. Gonna take the 2 horse His Majesty. Give kudos to the 5 horse Ramatuli. 2-5-3 TriCash trifecta, 2-5 in your multi-race. The 5th race from Chantilly, it is the Group 3 Prix-MESSIDOR Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for an $85,000 purse, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 5 horses are going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. I'm going to take the 1 horse Erevan as a top selection. 1-3-4 for me in your TriCash trifecta. 1-3-4 TriCash trifecta, top selection 1 horse Erevan. This 4-year-old colt by DeBowie. Jean-Claude Roger trains. Christian Numero gets demands. The horse's most recent came against 2 tough competition in the Group 1 Prix d'Espagne at Longchamp, a mile and 8th and 29th of May. Over a longer trip, the horse finished 5th by 3/4 in length that day in that all-out finish. He just wasn't getting going. Cutting back in trip to a mile, lesser quality horses, not the world's deepest Group 3. He's in a better spot to win today. 2 back in the Group 2 Prix de Mouget at St. Cloud over the mile on the 1st of May. Off the bench, he finished 3rd by 2 1/4 lengths. Tribalist really put on a show that day, but this horse, he was stalking that day and was getting down the race course well. I've seen worse race for him there. And then the Group 2 Prix Daniel Wildenstein at Longchamp over the mile on the 1st of October. Very soft ground, win by a length that day. He got the job done going away there. And then before that, in the Prix Jacques Maurice over the mile here at Deauville, or over at Deauville, he finished that day 3rd by 3 lengths there, and he just never kind of could keep up with those Group 1 quality horses. Prior to that, over the Chantilly mile in the Prix de Paul Le Moussac, he won by a nose. He was all out, but he got the job done, beating Tribalist Home, who like I said, is a decent horse. Back down the class ladder to a Group 3, he could win here. The 3 horse Fast Raj could definitely win. Off the bench at Nancy over the mile in a listed race, he won quite easily by 2 lengths there. The races in Dubai, just was facing tough horses. This horse likes running in France. Coming here at 4-1, he could definitely win also, but I do think Erevan for the Aga Khan is your likeliest winner in the spot. But to recap my selection for the 5th from Chantilly, it's the Group 3 Prix-MESSIDOR. Gonna take the 1 horse Erevan, give kudos to the 3 horse Fast Raj, 134 Tricast Trifecta, 1-3 in your multi-race. The sixth event from Chantilly, it's the co-feature Group 3 Pre-Chloe Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses going for an $85,000 purse, race for 3-year-old fillies here. 8 horses are going 1,800 meters or a mile and an eighth on the turf course. I'm going to take the 2-horse See the Lady. I'm going to go 2-8 in your forecast exacta. 2-8 forecast exacta, top selection 2-horse See the Lady, 3 filly by See the Moon. Jan Brabot trains 1 Clement Lucravi gets the mount. The horse hasn't been seen since the 14th of May. That came a long shot over the mile quarter in the Group 1 Prix Saint Alaray, and the horse finished 5th by 1.5 lengths. Wasn't staying the extra furlong, wasn't staying the extra it wasn't staying with the tougher horses that day. Jana Rose, a very good filly, put on a show. This horse just wasn't getting to her. Prior to that, in the Group 3 at long shot over the mile and 8th and 9th of April, off the bench, Jana's Rose took off clear. This horse placed behind her. It was just a little bit flat, but she got beat by a decent filly who I think is real deal. And then prior to that, at Le Test on the mile unlisted race on the 8th of October, the horse won by 1/4 lengths and took the short way around, quickened up nicely. A very good race for her there. And then at Crayon, 1 mile unlisted race in September, he finished 2nd by a neck that day. The winner had the jump on this horse, but she got around the race course well. It took her a little bit to get going, but when she finally did, she was running these good races. Back to a mile and 8th, not the world's toughest race. I think this horse get the job done. And watch out for the 8-horse Araminta for Henry Candy and Joe Massey. Was a winner at Goodwood over the mile quarter in a novice race quite a few weeks ago from the rail, winning by 1/4 lengths. This horse took off clear. Prior to the mile at Goodwood in an older horse novice race, the horse finished 3rd by length that day, and you just couldn't get going. It was a little bit flat that day. And then the debut over the soft ground at 7 furlongs at Newbury, the horse won by 3.5 lengths, and he kept going. A horse bred for the mile and 8th, has drawn well. Next logical step to a Group 3. Watch out for this horse as a wise guy. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Chantilly, it's the Group 3 Pre-Chloe. Gonna take the 2-horse See the Lady. Give kudos to the 8-horse Aramita. 2-8 forecast exacta. Use them both in the multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.